At AT&T Stadium, Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with not just his arm but his mind? And I think his ability to move is a huge part of his game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 15 carries for an even 100 yards.
A great week last week, and a game that we will all look back on and say it was one of his best of the season. We're not seeing games above 100 yards as much as we used to, so seeing one always leaves you excited, especially to see how he can build on it the following week.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 86 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a 3 and out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A second down throw for Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Jets, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Now Hall to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Shreds the tackle. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. On play action, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10. Pass incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's third down. You talk about this Jets defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second and 6. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's third and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The Cowboys come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes our score 17-0. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out now come the Jets. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall gets around him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And here's Ryan Wright now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Shedding the tackle. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, it's Vaughn. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. New York ready to go again offensively. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Oh, he stays up. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Knight. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running behind center with Vaughn. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott.
That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. First down, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Second down, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, He's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Rodgers again now. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
Prescott to throw it.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd and 5.
To throw is Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 9.
Here's Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They'll give to Hall.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Throwing is Rodgers.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Cook going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From a yard out.
And the Jets are able to at least get 1 score back.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Caleb Shudak on to try the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Prescott now. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Micah Parsons.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without.
Touchdown, Jets!
Dalvin Cook
from 3 yards out.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And, oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
New York set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
Throw right side, Wilson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A handoff for Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Rodgers going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown!
Mecole Hardman.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Again, a run with Vaughn.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
A give running right is Vaughn.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for down column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get to stay home again next.
And we'll see Brock Purdy. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 115 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Ritter now.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Ritter back to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Play action. Now Purdy. Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw.
And his pass incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Ritter will set up to throw it. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
That is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Back to throw, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. And complete to Drake London.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Ritter.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. Ritter to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's brought down at the 16. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Ritter. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Agnew now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes left side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Throwing here, Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now stands at 13. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ritter with it after the play fake. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Falcons at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
They go play action here. Purdy. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Ritter now.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Forced out to his left.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Going underneath for Matthews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Falcons ready to take over.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ritter back to throw. And caught by London.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Peterson. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Purdy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards that time.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He gets this one to Davis-Price. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Lynch. And the 49ers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Davis-Price will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis-Price. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ritter. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. 7 yards there and a first down. Algier now up the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to throw, Ritter. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route, and they just executed that one pretty well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Ritter to throw it.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second, here's Algier.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Robinson up the middle.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Ritter now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
From 4 yards out.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
I call it no gain there on the first down play. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ritter back to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here's Purdy.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Purdy.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
1st down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Algier will try to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Purdy looking to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. On the return, here's Agnew. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And this is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
A big play looming on 3rd down. To the air again, it's Ritter. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pendleton, he will push his way down to about the 14.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the give, it's Algier.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
2nd down, goal to go.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
So Purdy and the Niners down 24-23, 1:07 remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy.
And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Purdy to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Purdy to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Purdy.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Here's Purdy to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They're already in range for a potential game-winning field goal, but they certainly want to get him as close as possible before sending him out there. Nice job defensively to force the incompletion.
Running from the gun with Matthews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for San Francisco, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.